Everybody is looking for it. Everybody is waiting for it. Everybody thinks they need it. We read about it, Google it, listen to podcasts about it. Some people say it changed their life. For others, it's the excuse that holds them back. But here's the truth. I think it's bullshit. What is motivation really? The dictionary definition says motivation is a noun, a reason or reasons for acting or behaving in a certain way. Sounds pretty solid, right? But here's the problem. If your reason for acting depends on a feeling, you're fucked. People only get motivated when something happens to them. Fear, which works until it doesn't. Like Thomas, his doctor told him if he kept living the way he was going to die. A pretty dark motivational speech, but it worked. Others are motivated by inspiration or competition. Some by anger, some by the thrill of winning, and others by the fear of losing. But fear fades, inspiration wears off, anger cools, and deadlines pass. Then what? That is when most people quit. Not because they're lazy, and not because they don't want it bad enough, but because they were running on the wrong fuel. See, motivation isn't magic, it's mechanics. It's not this find your why advice that you see plastered everywhere. It's your brain pulling a set of physiological and biological levers to get you to act. And here's the breakdown. Motivation is a dopamine spike. It's the anticipation of the reward, not the reward itself. It works best at the start of something new, but generally it crashes whenever novelty fades. It comes in two main flavors. Just like the pre-workout from this week's sponsor, Hacking Your Health, Overclock comes in two flavors, Shell Pop and Strawberry and Lime, not Strawberry and Kiwi. It was never Kiwi. If you'd like to get your hands on it, visit hackingyourhealth.com. So the two main flavors, intrinsic, which is your identity, growth and health, and extrinsic, money, praise and fear. They feed each other, but both are temporary. Behavioral scientists boil motivation down to this formula. Temporal motivation theory. Expectancy times value divided by delayed times impulsiveness. Expectancy is how much you believe you can succeed. Value is how much the outcome matters to you. Delay is how far away the reward is. And impulsiveness is how easily you're distracted by something else. Motivation rises when expectancy and value are high, and falls when delay and impulsiveness takes over. In other words, your brain is running the math every second. Can I win? Is it worth it? How long until I get it? And what else is distracting me? That's why motivation feels great when it's high and disappears without warning. So what the fuck do we do with all this information? If we've established that motivation is and can be the thing that gets you started, but not the thing that will keep you going, it's the spark that lights the flame, but not the fuel to burn the fire. From there, we need a system. Action before motivation. This is what everybody gets backwards. They wait until they feel like it before they act. But the science is clear. Action creates motivation. Psychologists call it behavioral activation. Small actions trigger momentum, and momentum releases dopamine, which makes you want to keep going. Think of it like inertia. An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion. Your brain works the same way. If you're sitting still waiting for motivation, you will keep sitting. But once you take one small step, you've got momentum. And momentum creates the motivation you thought you were waiting for. Your momentum drives your motivation. You don't think your way into motivation, you act your way into it. It's the ultimate fake it till you make it. Engineer quick wins. Once you've acted, you need proof it's working. And that's what keeps dopamine engaged. Here's the trick. Break big goals into small, winnable tasks. Your brain gets a dopamine hit every time you complete one. That's why ticking boxes feels good. It's a chemical reinforcement. Quick wins do two things. They shrink the delay between effort and reward, and they stack the I can evidence. That evidence will build confidence and belief. Stack enough of them and you've got undeniable evidence that you're moving forward. Identity over inspiration. This has to be one of my favorites. Tie it to who you are or who you want to become. Identity is the strongest driver of consistent behavior. Specifics aside, for me, the goal is I am the type of person who follows through on the things I say I'm going to do. I keep the promises I make to myself no matter what. When you stop thinking I go to the gym to lose weight and start believing I go to the gym because I am a person that goes to the gym, it's tied to your identity versus an outcome. James Clear calls this casting votes for your identity. Every action is a vote. Each workout you finish is evidence. I am an athlete. Each clean meal is evidence. I am the type of person that values my health. Each deep work block that you finish is evidence. I am focused and productive. This is why quick wins matter. We stack evidence and evidence shapes identity. Identity is stable, your feelings aren't. When you lock your actions to identity, you stop negotiating with motivation altogether. When my alarm goes off at 4 a.m, I'm not debating feelings. I get up because I said I would, no negotiation. Pair intrinsic with extrinsic. It's process versus outcome. Here's where most people go wrong. They pick one type of fuel. Intrinsic motivation is doing something because it matters to you. Growth, mastery, health, identity. Extrinsic motivation is doing it for outcomes like money, status, praise, fear of failure. The good news, we can use both. In my opinion, the deep intrinsic motivators are the ones that will really drive you. You're doing it for you because it means something to you. A little extrinsic motivation along the way can help you stay on track. But here's the key. Don't become outcome dependent. If your motivation only lives in the outcome, the PR, the scale weight, the bank balance, you'll live in disappointment and the goalpost will continue to move. For example, ever since I started in the gym, I wanted to be 100 kilos. I started at 70 kilos and truly it took me about 8 years. I remember the day standing on the scale and it reading 100.1 kilograms. After 8 years of work, that was it. Me, stood in a bathroom in my boxers, no fanfare or brass band, just nothing, just the feeling of what now. But now, the process was a part of my life and the identity was solidified. Being process-based is what lasts. When the process is part of your identity, you win every day that you execute. The outcomes just become proof that the process works. So pair meaning with metrics, but tie in motivation with the process, not just the outcome. That's how you'll create long-term fuel that doesn't run out between wins. Environment over willpower. When motivation fails and willpower runs out, your environment will be the safety net. Your brain has limited decision-making power each day. It's called ego depletion, a physiological concept where the ability to exert self-control is thought to be a limited resource. This can be exhausted through constant use, leading to a temporary decrease in self-regulation. Think about starting the day with a certain amount of available decisions to make. The more you make, the less you have, and the more difficult they become. Like the never-ending, what do you want for dinner? I don't know, what do you want? Conversation. Don't waste energy fighting the wrong battles. Engineer your environment where execution is automatic. For example, lay out your gym clothes the night before, friction down, follow through up. Keep junk food out of the house. You don't need discipline to avoid what isn't there. Put your phone in another room. Distractions removed before they can hijack your dopamine. And if you don't want to just take it from me, listen to some of the people who have lived this at the highest level.
Motivation is worthless. It doesn't matter. What matters is discipline trumps your feelings. And that is what you need to apply as a person, as a normal human being. No matter what you're doing in your life, you need to let discipline be your guide. Discipline equals freedom. If you allow your feelings to dictate what you do, you will end up being a slave to your feelings.
If you want to play at an excellent level, if you want to do something excellent, you have to be excellent all the time. It's a way of life. You got to be excellent across the board, right? And that's how you build habits. When excellence becomes a habit, then that's just who you are.
My whole life, I grew up having people tell me, how do you feel? You should pay attention to your feelings. Fuck your mood, follow the plan.
Without self-love, you're nothing. The self-love is discipline. And discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Motivation is crap. It's shit. People right now, maybe listen to this shit, they be motivated to go run. If it's cold somewhere where they're at, a lot of motherfuckers will shut that door, go back inside. That's motivation.
Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list for the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends who may or may not be doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Writing a banger tweet about how you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on other people who have done the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on the obstacles in the way of you doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all of the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how other people did the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading this essay isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing.
So, to recap, here's the system. Action before motivation. Engineer quick wins. Anchor it in identity and pair intrinsic meaning with extrinsic markers. And lastly, engineer your environment so execution is automatic. That's the grid. Motivation is just the spark. Systems are the power grid. And here's the truth. If you keep waiting for motivation, that's cool. Maybe there's just a part of you that likes to be the person that talks about the big ideas, but never executes. And that's okay. Do it or don't do it. It doesn't impact me at all. I'm not here to convince you or tell you you should. That is 100% on you. But let's be clear. If you're waiting for motivation, you'll be waiting a lifetime. But if you want to become the driver of your life and not just the passenger, you have a map and a system to move forward. If not, you'll be stuck in the same loop. The choice is yours. If you find that in any way useful, you want more from us, or you want to find an environment that will support you in whatever the fuck it is that you've got going on, check out our Discord at discord.gg/wehackhealth.